Hey guys, Joey from Apollo Support here. Welcome to today's Zoom meeting. We'll be starting off in a jiffy. Let's just wait 1 or 2 minutes for others to join. So we can have a full house before we commence the presentation. Okay, so yeah, we like to be Zoom friends, family, or prospect that you like to be in the Zoom. Just go ahead at this time and remind them, send them the link, tell them we are live. We'll be starting very soon, okay? God bless you as you join the Zoom. The Zoom is gonna be for just 30 minutes to 1 hour. I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. All right, guys, let's get started. Like I said earlier on, my name is Joey from Apollo Support. Really glad to have you all here. So let's just let me go ahead at this time and share my screen. So I'll be taking you through the presentation. Hold on. All right, I hope you can see my screen. Hope you can all see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
All right, great. Okay, so ApolloBot is a wonderful opportunity that allows members to trade the cryptocurrency spot and futures market in the safety of their exchange account. And ApolloBot started in the year 2021, but it came online 2022. In 2022, we came online, Google Play Store, but we've been, in and Chinese developers. We have a great developer from Hong Kong, China, and another one from Singapore. And I just came in as a support and also provided some technical insight. So we are basically a team from different countries that came together to start ApolloBot. It's a wonderful bot. A whole lot of investment was put into it to ensure that members can trade and earn from the futures market seamlessly in safety and comfort of their exchange account. Now we know that exchanges are basically banks for cryptocurrency, just like you have your local bank, like Binance, which is the biggest bank in the world for crypto, Bigget, Bybit, OKX, all these exchanges are means by which you can interact with cryptocurrencies either to buy or to sell them, right? So in ApolloBot, the most important thing is that it is decentralized in the sense that your capital and profits are always in your exchange, okay? Your capital and profits are always in your exchange, and you have full control of your money at all times, okay? What ApolloBot basically does is that it connects to your exchange, which is your bank, for trading purposes only. All right. ApolloBot cannot withdraw money from your exchange. Because even the process to withdraw money from your exchange is very cumbersome. You know what you guys have to do to transfer money, the OTPs and all the security information. The only thing, even when you're setting up the API, you'll notice that the only thing the API does is first read the market, second to trade spot and futures. It cannot withdraw money from your exchange, okay? So on that basis, you are rest assured that your capital is safe and under your control at all times in your exchange, okay? All right, so to get started in ApolloBot, introduce the opportunity to you. Just ensure you get the link from the person that introduced the opportunity to you, or the person that shared the link to you, or wherever you got the link from. Go back to the person, get the link, get the referral code, because without a referral link or referral code, you cannot be registered in ApolloBot. So the first thing is to get the link from your sponsor or your upline and register with that link. All right. So, like I was talking about the exchanges here in ApolloBot, we have around 8 exchanges available right now to make it easier to connect around the world to the ApolloBot software. You can see here we have Binance, OKX, Bybit, BitGet, HTX, KuCoin, Get.io, and Bitmart Exchange. Okay, this makes it easy to connect, right? And we are still adding more exchanges by I think by the end of the month, we should be having the Binance US exchange and the Coinbase exchange also available, okay? To make it easier to connect anywhere in the world. And also in ApolloBot, you have the ability to select different languages, because we know in ApolloBot that it's not everyone that speaks and understands English. So in ApolloBot, you can interact with the application through different languages. Like you're seeing here, to change your language interface, you just tap here on mine, like I just tapped here on my screen. You tap here on setup, you tap here on languages. You see we have English, Indonesia, French, Portuguese, German, Italiano, and some other languages like Chinese. I think Vietnamese is also here. So altogether we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 languages to choose from, right? Makes it easier for you to relate with the application using these languages. Okay, like I explained, ApolloBot is a decentralized opportunity that allows you to connect to your cryptocurrency bank, which is your exchange, for the purpose of cryptocurrency trading. And we know that the cryptocurrency market is one of the biggest market in the world with over $1 trillion in market capitalization. That is the second market right now under Forex market. So adoption for cryptocurrency is just starting. By in the next 5 years from now, we're going to see a whole lot of countries, more countries openly coming out to, adopt cryptocurrency, to hold cryptocurrency, to buy cryptocurrency, to develop their own reserve, like the US is trying to do with the Bitcoin reserve. All right, so cryptocurrency is just starting. Okay, it's gonna be as big as the internet, and soon everybody will be into crypto. So if you are into crypto now, you're in very, very early, because we are in the brink of something great. All right, making history here with cryptocurrency, guys. So with the blockchain technology, all right, there's space for everybody in blockchain technology, because if you look at the world right now, these are limited, right? If you want to do a business now, let's say you want to do an on-site business, what can you really do right now that no one hasn't done? You have to do something in a way that no one hasn't done, you understand, on site, for you to make good profits. And you might even realize that there is no space for you to do what you like to do because of the competition. But in the blockchain, there is space for everybody. There are more opportunities right now. There are more opportunities because the world is moving more into online businesses. There are more opportunities online than on-site right now. So there is space for everyone to come in and make money and to thrive in the blockchain business, all right? Which ApolloBot is part of the blockchain opportunities that allows you to interact with cryptocurrencies using your exchange and to make decent profits from it, okay? ApolloBot guarantees a profit range of between 10 to 50% monthly. Okay, these are realistic projections, okay, because this is real trading. ApolloBot does real trading, not a Ponzi scheme. You are legitimately trading the cryptocurrency spot and futures market, and for that you need to be patient, all right, so that the bot can make the most of it. But when you are using ApolloBot, you know that you're using the best bot in the market, all right, that has the best spot and futures infrastructure at the most affordable price, guys. I'll be taking you through the gas consumption to show you how affordable ApolloBot is. ApolloBot, first of all, there are no monthly or annually renewal fees. All right, like other bots, you have to pay $200 for the bot. You have to pay $100 for the bot yearly. ApolloBot is free. You don't have to pay for the bot. All you need to do is to register to buying few gas, which is just 10% of. Want to trade with $1,000, okay, you're just required to fill $100 gas. The $100 gas will take you to you've made $1,000 in profits minimum. It's the most generous gas consumption model because the way the gas consumption is charged on entries and re-entries in the market. Okay, when you start your trades and the bot takes new orders, that is when the gas fees are charged, and that is why this system is the most affordable system right now in the market. And the minimum gas is $30. Okay, so you're just required to put 10% gas, allow it to run. The next time you have to worry about putting gas is once you've made 100% in profit, which gives you good value for your money. All right, so I hope we're together. So in ApolloBot, right, we have many ways to earn from the market, many ways to take advantage of the spot and futures market. For the spot trading, we have the Spot Classic, as you can see here on my screen. Very simple, very easy to navigate. The interface is very friendly. Once you tap on Spot Classic, you select the coins depending on your capital. If you have $100, you can trade 1 or 2 coins on spot. But the more capital you have, the more coins you can trade, and definitely the more I want to trade near. Just tap here, confirm. Now, there are different strategies here to use and trade spot, okay? The AI DCA, basically DCA means the dollar cost averaging strategy. The AI means the artificial intelligence controls the strategy. All right, whenever you see the AI just means that the AI will control the strategy, control everything, the parameters for the trade, the profit taking, the trailing stop, the margin ratio, the rebound averaging, everything is controlled by the AI. So all you just need to do is just to put your initial position. The initial position means your initial order, your first order. Let's say you're trading with $100. The minimum initial position is $20. Okay, so from $100, that means from that $100, the bot will take out $20 to enter the market. And as the market moves, the margin ratio means the level from your entry that the market dumps in spot, right? That the market dumps, that entering the market with $20. Let's say the margin ratio is like, let me give you an example for one of my spot trades. Okay, let's look at the sold that I took. You can see here the margin ratio here is 3.71%, okay? So that just means when the market drops 3% from your entry, it will take the second order. As you can see here, my grid count, which is the number of orders, is 2/5, okay? So when the market drops, and guess what, guys? Because ApolloBot uses a wonderful AI, the name of the AI that we use, the name is called the Microsoft QLib AI, a very wonderful, guys. It's what makes us so unique from other bots, okay? This is the X factor for ApolloBot. It's the Microsoft QLib AI that manages the trade so wonderfully for both spot and futures. That's why when you're setting up your account, no two accounts in ApolloBot are the same. No two accounts are the same. Your trades are managed depending on your time of entry because the cryptocurrency market is dynamic, okay? You enter the market, I come in 30 minutes later, and I also take a trade. It won't be the same settings because the market is always changing, and the bot will also is also flexible, right? The bot is flexible to make the most of your trades depending on when you enter the market, okay? And these parameters are always changing. They're not static. That's why it's a truly it's a bot like I will trace here strategy as the dollar cost averaging strategy. The AI means that the bot will handle the trade. So all you're gonna do is just put the initial position. Let's say I'm trading with like $100. I'll put $20 initial position. And because I'm trading with $100, 20 times 5 is 100. So my max orders will be 5. Okay. Now here for the AI DCA strategy, you can use the martingale or the flat margin method. Okay. I always prefer using the flat margin method. All right. The TP mode, full TP. All right. And running mode is the cycle. That's all you got to do. Just tap on single. Everything else, you don't have to put in the profit taking, the margin ratio, everything else. You can see the trade is running now. And look at it. It already generated the profit taking at 0.9% from my entry. The margin ratio is at 6.4%. All of this is controlled by the AI. But my favorite strategy for trading spot is the AI grid strategy. That's the grid trading. All right. With the AI grid strategy, the same process, you just put in your initial position. Like, let's say I'm trading with $100, it should be 20, which is the initial, which is the minimum rather.
and then the max orders will be 5. Running mode will be cycle, and then I start the trade. As simple as that. Once you start the trade with the AI grid or the AI DCA strategy, the Microsoft QLib AI will manage the trade for you as long as possible. You can see I have many trades running here. My preferred strategy is the AI grid strategy. And you know, most of these trades that I started here on spot, I use my personalized settings until I realize that the AI grid or the AI DCA does much better. Okay. You can also use your personalized settings. Let me show you how to do that. Let's say we are trading dot. DCA and grid allows you to insert your own settings, okay? But when you do this, the AI will not manage the trade because you are now inserting your own settings, okay? Let's say DCA, I want the bot to be taking profit at 0.1%, meaning each time there's a move 0.1% for my entry, the bot will take profit. Trailing stop is there. You can also choose to edit your margin ratio. Let's say I want the bot to take new orders from 15% when the market dumps from my entry. You can also set that. The rebound averaging, the same thing. All right. You can say they should take a new order once it's a rebound averaging of maybe 0.5%. All of that. I would choose maybe flat margin ratio, my TP. If I want it to be partial or full, I can put partial TP. I can also make it single. Single means is that the bot will take profit and not trade again. Okay, it will only go into the market, take profit once it's a move at maybe my profit taking is 0.1%. So it will take profit when there is a 0.1% move upward from my entry. All right, these are personalized settings that you can choose to set for yourself. And just once you're done with that, just tap here on single. As you can see, as easy as that, the bot is trading with my personalized settings here, right? The same thing if you're using the AI grid or the grid strategy. All right, grid, you also insert your own settings, whatever you want it to do. Then the bot will take up the trade with your settings. But I realized, because I used to use my own settings, but then I realized that the best way to make the most money from spot trading is to allow the AI to manage the trade, to give you the right profit taking, everything, the margin ratio. The AI knows according to its interaction with the market, according to its reading of the market, it will give you the best profit taking, the best margin ratio. If there is a market dump, the margin ratio will automatically increase to buy cheaper coins, all right, at the best price. You understand? So the best strategy for me for spot trading is the AI grid strategy, which has been doing well for me. So well, I think one of my best ever since I modified my trades to AI grid. I started with the DCA, but I modified all of them to AI grid. Ever since I modified them to AI grid, I've seen much better improvements in profits, of which I wished I had started with the AI grid strategy. All right. One of my best performing assets on spot is the Pepe. It's made me over $3,000 so far. Doing really great. All right. I'm always adding new coins. And in ApolloBot, they are close to around 200 coins that you can trade in ApolloBot. And we are very, very disciplined about the coins that we add to ApolloBot because some coins are not sustainable. I know someone asked me on Telegram, why didn't we add the Melania coin? We looked at the volume. We looked at Melania coin. We noticed that it's not going to be a sustainable coin. It's going to be a coin that will be delisted or will have issues in the next months. Okay, so we didn't list Melania, but Trump coin is available. All right, so we are constantly leading very good coins because we don't want you guys to be in a floating loss for too long, because once the volume is not there, once people are not buying the coin, you're going to have to wait so long for that coin to move. So in ApolloBot, we choose the best coins for members to use and trade with. All right. So that's it, guys. That's just a simple explanation of how to trade spot classic. Like I said, my preferred and recommended strategy for spot is the AI grid strategy. I often do a whole lot of strategies. I use a whole lot of strategies sometimes. Okay, I do tweak my settings, a lot sometimes. Based on my own preferences. If you would also like some of my own preferences, you can also reach out to me on Telegram or on WhatsApp. I'll be dropping my links in the chat box soon. Okay, because once in a while I do have my personal settings that I use depending on my own analysis of the coin. If I see a coin that has good upward potential, I can also tweak my settings for spot. Okay. So we are done with spot for now. Spot is basically a buy low, sell high. You're right, to make the most of your profit. But with the AI grid or the AI DCA strategy, when the AI manages your trades, you know that you will have the best settings, because like I said, if the market dumps, the AI will automatically increase the margin ratio to buy cheaper coins for you at lower prices and sell them at good prices too. Okay, so the spot trading, we are good to go with that. Let's look at the next icon here, which is the futures classic trading, which is also a wonderful way to trade futures. All right, many ways to use ApolloBot, guys. With the futures strategy, we have many ways to trade futures. We have futures classic, we have futures hedge, futures indicators, and the newly added futures model strategy, which is also doing great. All right, for futures classic, unlike the futures hedge, futures classic just means the board would long or short, the board longs or shorts, depending on the market trend. Hold on, let me check something. Okay. The board longs or shorts, depending on the market trend. And my personal settings for the AI for futures classic are the AI DCA strategy. Okay. The AI DCA strategy, once you leave it on auto, it means the bot will control the direction of the trade depending on the market trend. Okay. So it will trend fully automated. Let me give you an example of some of my trades on AI on futures classic. Okay. Now, see, in my account, I do a whole lot of things in my account because I'm also a trader. I do a whole lot of things. I have my own settings. I have my own setup. All right. But you can see here that the futures classic has done really well for me. When you look at the realized P&L and you look at the floating P&L, when you see here, it's on green. I wish this way I could highlight this thing here. Okay. Hold on. All right. When you see the realized P&L on green, it means that you have more profits than the floating. Okay. And you know that you need floating. You need floating when you are trading. Floating is not just about trading cryptocurrency. Floating just means a running trade. It just means a running trade. Okay. Example, these are the floating losses of the coins. You can see the floating P&L. It just means the state of the coin, where the coin is at, the state of the coin in your exchange when it's trading. Okay. And you can see here that the floating is needed. It just means that, example, let's see here. Okay, example XMR, right? You can see the floating here is minus 2.8%. It just means that the trade is minus 2.8% against your entry. All right, it's not a bad thing. It's needed for trading. It just means a running trade in the negative. Okay, it's not something to be afraid about. But like I was saying, the AI this year, as the Futures Classic, has done really well for me, has made really handsome profits for me. All right, this is Futures Classic AI DCA on auto. Many times the bot had switched some of these trades to short and some of them to long. It all depends on the market trend. The AI will long or short depending on the market trend. And let's say the AI enters the market on the long and then the market dumps, all right? It will only change position from long to short after taking profits, all right? More than one order, if it has taken more than one order, it will only change from long to short after taking profits on the long direction, okay? What happens if it has taken more than one order and it is longing and the market is going against the trade? It will use the partial profits to manage the trades, okay? So the partial profit is something I'm going to explain to you a little bit later on. All right, so just wanting to show you guys some of my Futures Classic trades. You can see here, it is shorting near. And it's longing, basically longing and shorting different coins at the same time, right? To make the most of the trade for you. All right, guys, that's just a brief explanation on the Futures Classic that, like, okay, there are also many ways to trade with the Futures Classic. All right, you have the AI DCA strategy, you have the DCA strategy, and you have the AI grid strategy. All right, the DCA, like I explained for spot, just allows you to personalize your settings. The AI grid and the AI DCA are all managed by the QLib AI, all right? Now for the futures hedge strategy, basically the same setup, all right, for futures hedge. You can also use the AI HDCA, which allows the AI to manage the trade. The HDCA allows you to also insert your own parameters here. You can see here the profit taken, you know, the profit taken, the margin ratio, everything here is editable, right? You can edit this. Let's say I want to use 0.5%. Margin ratio should be 5%. It allows you to set it up the way you want it to set up. Like I said earlier on, it's best, I've learned from time and with experience that it's best to allow the AI. The AI knows, because the AI is flexible, right? You can, you know, trade and then you go to sleep because the AI will adjust to the market. As the market moves, the AI will know how to adjust to make the most of the market. Unlike your predefined settings that are static, you know, cryptocurrency market, you have to be flexible because it's a very volatile market. It's one of the most volatile markets, if not the most volatile market in the financial market. So it's best to always allow the AI to manage the trades for you, okay? All right, so just explaining the futures hedge strategy, which is a beautiful strategy, guys. The futures hedge strategy is a beautiful strategy to trade the futures market because cryptocurrency, like I said, is volatile. The markets are going up and down always, all right? And in a market that is always going up and down, futures hedge is the best way to, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, yes, I've realized that futures hedge. The futures hedge in Apollo resets. What that once you have basically means to trade. So it'll be longing and shorting. Let me show you one of my futures hedge trades. Okay, let's look at theta. You can see here it's longing and shorting theta at the same time, so that any way theta goes, either up or down, it will take profits. It will make money from this coin. All right. But the issue we had with this strategy is that once we are experiencing a move up, an extreme move up or down, it could lead to liquidation or stop loss. That's why we developed a wonderful strategy, the best strategy in the world right now for futures hedge that will allow the trade to reset in net profits. All right. So when you have example here, wait, hold on. Example, let's say this coin. Okay, you can see the realized P&L is 15, okay, and the floating loss is minus 13. All right. When the realized P&L is much more, when it gets to a certain level, that's the profit amount. When it gets to a certain level higher than the floating P&L, the bot will reset both in net profits. I hope you understood that. Hold on. Okay, you can see the profit amount here is 15. You can see here is 15, right? What this means is that when the long and the short parameters have made a profit of over 30% of the initial position is $50. So once there is a 30% profit, all right, from both the long and the short orders, the bot will close both of them in net profit, meaning the long and the short orders will be closed in net profits, which is just the most outstanding way to trade futures hedge. This reduces the risk experienced by futures hedge trading by over 50%. Okay, because both positions are closed and the trades reset, meaning the bot will go back into the market and start the trades all over again. This is the game changer. Nobody in the world is doing this for futures hedge trading. All right. And that is why I really enjoy. And currently, I'm moving my account back into more of the futures hedge setup. Okay. So that's just an explanation of the futures hedge strategy. Like I explained, you have the HDC allows your own settings AI for futures hedge. All right. But with the AI hedge speed strategy, it comes with the partial profit. And partial profit is an amazing way of managing risk in ApolloBot. Okay. In ApolloBot, when you have a trade on partial profit, okay, like you can see here, when you have a trade here on partial profits, the bot will manage the risk of the trade for you automatically in a very unique way. It will increase the floating loss. You can see the floating loss here is 88. If I check my exchange, it should be around 30 or 40. But here in ApolloBot, the floating P&L is 88. Why? Because the partial profit is like a stop loss. When you are trading and your trade hits a stop loss, there is a loss, right? When you're trading and your trade hits a stop loss, there's supposed to be a loss. That's what a stop loss is. It's a loss. It's the same thing in ApolloBot. When you're trading and the market goes against your trade, the bot will use the partial profits to reduce the exposure of that asset. It's reducing the amount of that asset that is trading to safeguard the entirety of your capital. So definitely you will see losses just like you would see if you're using a stop loss. You see a loss in your exchange. But the wonderful thing here in ApolloBot is that ApolloBot will take into account the losses that were made by increasing its own floating loss value. That is why here the floating P&L in ApolloBot is minus 88, but in my exchange is around minus 37 last time I checked, right? Minus 37. Why? Because ApolloBot has noted that losses were made to safeguard your capital. Losses were made from the stop loss. It will only stop this trade, end this trade, once it has recovered these losses made. So in ApolloBot, it has, once your trade hits a stop loss, it's already working by increasing its own floating loss to recover the losses. It will only close this trade once it has recovered all the losses made from the stop loss using the partial profits procedure. All right. So it's a very wonderful way to manage risk. It's a very understand it. All right. But trust me, in the long term, it's the best way to trade futures in the long term. All right. And I've made several posts, several explanations on WhatsApp and on Telegram about this wonderful procedure, the partial profits procedure on ApolloBot. Okay, so in futures trading, the AIHDCA partial profit because people wanted to trade it without that partial profit, but on the AIH grid, this feature is available. The partial profit is available on the AIH grid strategy. Okay. So as good as that, but even with that, I still use the AIHDCA strategy because the trades will still reset in net profit. The trades will still reset in net profit. So I prefer to just use the AIHDCA, as you can see. And I've also developed a very wonderful way to trade futures. Okay. Occasionally, like I said, I tweak my settings occasionally, and I'm still making a whole lot of modifications because I've come to discover a great way to trade futures hedge for many years without issues. Okay. So, you can, like I said, you can send me a message on WhatsApp or Telegram so I can share some of these settings with you. So that's just a brief explanation on the futures hedge. Futures indicators too, we also have that another wonderful way of trading the futures market. Different indicators. We have the RSI, that's the relative strength index. We have the EMA, the MACD, the KDJ, the volume, the ATR, that's the average true range strategies that you can use to trade futures. But it will take me so much time to explain this. Just know that this is for expert traders. In ApolloBot, if you want to do manual trading, you can do it through ApolloBot and get more functions. You will have more functions trading manually in ApolloBot than you would do, trading manually in your exchange. All right. So ApolloBot is just designed for any kind of trading. Any way you want to trade, you will trade it better with ApolloBot, right? Whether it's spot or futures, whether you want full automated trading, whether you want to use your own settings, you have the best system in ApolloBot to help you maximize the trades. Another wonderful feature which I'm checking to see if it's running it now. Okay, I'm not seeing it. That's the trade protection. That's the trade protection. I'm not seeing it here. So no trade protection. Basically, sometimes when you're trading, you will see something like trade protection. on your account, you can notice something like trade protection. You see here, it will show you trade protection. The trade protection means that the bot has sensed that the market is extremely volatile. And in order to reduce the risk of your trades and to help you from spending so much time in floating losses, it will put your trade on trade protection. Trade protection means it pauses the trade. It will automatically pause the trade and automatically turn on the trade once the market gets back to ideal trading conditions, all right? Fully automated by the AI. Okay, so let me just explain the new strategy for futures trading that we incorporated some days ago, which is the futures model strategy. A very lovely strategy for trading, all right? Trading futures. With the futures model strategy, you are to select from a list of coins that the bot will give to you to trade, right? And I always say when you're selecting coins to trade on futures model, watch out for the win rate. Okay? Only trade coins with good win rate, right? Because the future strategy, it doesn't enter the market immediately. Example, I want to trade this coin, ACT coin, tap on single, okay? Yeah, I'll use $100 as my initial position. My leverage, I have a 5x, tap on single. You can see futures model strategy, artificial intelligence and machine learning parameters, modules working together. So it will wait to enter the market at the best time. It will wait for the best opportunity to enter the market. With the futures model strategy, it will long, short, or hedge. It will long, short, or hedge at will, depending on its own, reading, depending on its own, analysis and judgment of the market. Let me show you one of my coins here. This trade, I took this trade 2 hours ago. You can see here 2 hours ago on futures model, but the trade has not executed yet. Right? It hasn't executed yet. Why? Because the bot is still waiting for the best time of entry to enter the market. Okay. And you can see that the futures model strategy has a normal stop loss and everything. The stop loss is not the partial profit, it's the normal stop loss for the futures model. All right. So it's a great way of trading a futures market. It just helps you to enter the market at the right time to maximize your trades. Okay, guys, I've been talking for a long time and I hope you're all following me. I hope you can follow me. I hope you are hearing me. Let me quickly check back.
Following you.
Okay, great. All right, guys. So basically, that's just a summary presentation of ApolloBot. You can trade all the strategies at the same time. You can use all the strategies for spot and futures on different coins as long as you have enabled futures hedge in your exchange. Okay, you can trade all the strategies at the same time as long as you have enabled futures and as long as you know what you're doing. All right. So with that, I'm gonna open the floor for any questions or inputs that you may have at this time. If you have any questions or any inputs, please go ahead at this time. I'm already tired of talking. Go ahead at this time and ask your questions.
Hey Joe, how are you? Hey Joe, how are you?
Yeah, bro, I'm great. I'm great. How about you?
I'm good. I just have a question. I just want to check. Let's say, okay, from my side, I'm getting a signal on futures, ne? And
Yes.
then I want to take that. I want to take that trade, and I want to take it on Apollo, as you have said that it will manage the risk.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see, because I'm given a signal with the stop loss and take profit. So if I go to ApolloBot as I've subscribed, will it take that trade and then give me the profit that I want, and then also manage the risk of losing?
Yeah, but it depends on the strategy. What strategy do you want to use? Let's say you're trading futures. Which strategy would you like to use?
No, I'm not much familiar with trading, but in fact I know how to execute a trade anyway. I'm just depending on being given a signal and then just execute. So I wanted to check from your side to say that if I have a signal and then I go to ApolloBot, will and then and insert that signal as given with the leverage. I wanted to check in terms of the winning ratios there. How will it work? Because I'm getting a signal from somewhere. Remember, it's not the ApolloBot that have detected the winning signal.
Yes. I understand. Basically, okay, yes, very well. Yes. If you have a signal, you can just come because in the signal, it will show you if you are to long or to short the trade, right? It will show you in the signal if you're too long. So let's say you have a signal now for maybe H bar coin, like you can see on my screen now. I'm taking an example. You just tap there on futures classic. Did you see? I see. I tapped here on futures classic. Okay.
Yes, I see.
Then you select the coin. Let's say it's H bar, and for me, you use the AIDCS strategy. But if the signal says you should long, what you do is that here in direction, where it says directions, you select long.
Yes. Buy and sell, yes.
Yes, you select, if the signal is saying long, you select long, right?
Yeah.
If it's saying you should short, you can also select short. But whatever the signal is telling you to do is you can do it here. You can apply those settings here. So example, I'm to long, I tap here on long. And depending on your capital, let's say you have $100, you can use the 20 initial position, the max orders, you leave it at 5. Okay, and the leverage you want to use, you can use, depending on the leverage, leverage also depends on you. You can use 10 or 5x, but for signals, it's good to use maybe 5 or 10x, depending on your capital, right? Depending on how sure, the signal strength.
Let's go to the leverage. If I'm having if I'm trading with $100, then it means that I'll have to take 5 or 10.
Yes, you can use 5 or you can use 10, 5 or 10, yes, 5 or 10x, depending on you.
As long as I'm having less than 100 in terms of the capital.
Yes, as long as you have 100, between 100, anything 100 or below 100, 5 or 10x.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
exceed 10x. Yes, to be on the very
No
safe
problem.
side. And then you just the margin method, you use flat. Don't use multiplier. The multiplier is matching. You use flat. All right, and that's all. You just all right. Sorry about that. A call came in. So once you tap on the single, right? Let me go back to the trade. Once you tap on single, you see the trade has executed, right? The trade has executed. Okay, I selected short, right? It has executed. You see here. Because the last option was depending on the on what you choose for it to do. So as simple as that. You can trade your signals. You can do your manual trading. You can do any kind of trading as long as it's spot or futures trading. You can do it in ApolloBot. You get more functionality. You get more management. You get better risk management when you use ApolloBot, and you also get better profits. All right. You can do full automated trading. You can do manual trading. You can do signal trading. Any kind of trading you can do in ApolloBot.
No problem. Quick one. I just want to check. Are you having classes for future tradings, or it's only ApolloBot?
No, for now, just futures trading. Just futures trading. I mean, sorry, just ApolloBot for now.
Oh, just ApolloBot. You are not doing
futures
any
trading,
classes for
futures trading. See, I do futures trading, but I put more of my money in automated futures trading. ApolloBot is trading for me.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
No, it's fine
because it's not easy. You understand? I've done. Trust me, I've been there. Trading is not easy. Trading takes a lot of time. Around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning when you are asleep. But when you allow the bot to trade, the bot is always reading the market to know how to make the most of the trade for you. So most of my money.
And it won't miss any opportunity.
It doesn't get tired.
Arises.
It won't sleep. It doesn't get emotional.
No, it's fine.
Yes, you don't miss. Yes, it's always there.
It's fine. I'll give you. Yeah, it's fine. I'll give you a shout after this. It's fine. No worries. I understand. I understand that the risk is well managed by the bot.
All right, bro. All right.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro. So thanks for your question, bro. Thanks for your question. Anybody else with questions or inputs at this time? Please go ahead.
Also share the video on the group so that one can go through it.
Okay, sure. No, I'm recording the Zoom, so I'm gonna share the recording in the next 20 minutes from now. Once you're done. All right. Do we have any other questions or any other inputs? Go ahead and unmute your mic and ask your questions. I also like to thank you all for joining the Zoom call. It's been a long time I did a Zoom because Like I said, the Telegram and the WhatsApp channels are always open. You can ask your questions. You can direct your questions to me anytime on Telegram or WhatsApp. So I just chose to do today's Zoom because some of you are requesting for a Zoom call. Basically, it's just the same thing, guys. Just the same thing that you see in the groups on Telegram and on WhatsApp, that I'll just come over here to explain on Zoom. All right. So in the absence of any other questions or inputs, I'd like to thank you all for joining the Zoom today. Let's see if we can do another Zoom call next week, this same time, same place on Sunday next week. Thank you all for joining the call. Wishing you all a great day. ApolloBot is the best spot and futures trading instrument in the market now, guys. Let's make the most of it. All right. It's here to stay. With the cheapest fees in the market. Okay, that allows you to trade, hands-free trading 24/7 in the comfort and safety of your exchange account. All right, guys. From me, I'd like to wish you all a great day, a great morning, great evening from wherever you are joining from or wherever you're listening from. And please, in the next 20 or 30 minutes, I'll be sharing the record of this Zoom. Thank you all so much, and have a good one.